What's going on YouTube? This is BMCool247 and today I'm showing you my Tyrant Dragoon Yu-Gi-Oh! GOAT deck profile, and it's a mixture of King Dragoon and Tyrant Dragon in the name for a particular reason is because I want to expose in the GOAT format that there's a lot of targeting cards, and King Dragoon does really well in that because if you read his effect, your opponent cannot target dragon monsters with card effects, and he is a dragon monster himself, as well as Tyrant Dragon. When he can not only attack twice once they still have a monster on the field, but it can negate the effect of a trap card that targets this card, so he's good against targeting trap cards. So I wanted to make a deck with the two, and I was looking for other dragons as well, but these were the top two for non-targeting, or the only two. So I made a deck around them. So to go into the card by card, let's start off with King Dragoon because you want to get him the most. So 2400 attacks, not too bad. A lot of monsters now in the GOAT format are about 2400, but the nice thing about him is that he is able to special summon a dragon monster from our hand, and hopefully that can get out a Tyrant Dragon. You have to dead draw this guy. It's so hopefully you get lucky with him in the hand. You can't really search for him from what I found. So starting at the top here, we're gonna have the fusion material. You're gonna either need a Divine Dragon Ragnarok, a Lord of, which is vanilla, Lord of D, which also stops targeting for dragon monsters, which just adds to more and more non-targeting effects, but that's not the reason why I'm running him. So if you have both of these and a poly, then that's the OG way to summon them. Or you can have one of these and one of those, one of these and one of those, one of these and one of those, or one of these and one of those. I'm just gonna say it like that because it's the easiest way to explain it. So you don't necessarily need both of them. This card doesn't say you have to have a fusion summon with those two monsters, where a lot of fusion monsters say that. So moving forward, I run a lot of these Mystic Tomatoes, Shining Angels, and Mother Grizzlies because let's say you have a Lord D in your hand and a Mystic Tomato. They attack into your Mystic Tomato, you can go search for this guy because you just need a fusion substitute. So then now when it's your turn, you'll have this card and that card, for example, that can bring out this card. But if you had this guy in your hand and you had Mystic Tomato out, you would still go for that card. Or if you had this card in your hand and a Mystic Tomato out, you would go for Lord of D. So you kind of see where I'm going out with this. It's kind of like a utility card. Search for the card you need. That's why I ran both the Lord of D and the Hex Sealed fusion of both the light and dark version. Same thing for Shining Angel. You can search for Divine Dragon Ragnarok or the light Hex Sealed fusion. Mother Grizzly only really searches for the King of the Swamp. I did run another fusion water monster in here as well, but I wanted to really just focus on getting King Dragoon out, so I left it at just King of the Swamp. King of the Swamp, as you may know, is necessary for fusion decks in the GOAT format because you can use it as material or a polymerization. Then we get to Tyrant Dragon, which is the special summon that you need to hard draw. Like I explained earlier, he is a boss monster because he can attack twice unless there's no other monsters on their field left. And then he can negate trap cards that target it. I don't use the second effect, which is the last effect, which is special summoning it from the graveyard. You must tribute a dragon type. There's not really too many things to bring it back from the grave anyways, but to get it out in the first place would be very nice. So here just I run 2 fusion gates and 1 terraforming because I want to thin out my deck rather than running 3 fusion gates. 3 polys because you just want to see that. Want to see that or that. Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity, MST just in case. Snatch Steal, I don't necessarily need this in here. It kind of defeats the purpose, but it's good to take away one of their monsters, you know, and you can use it maybe as tribute for your Tyrant Dragon if you don't have King Dragoon out. A Mirror Force, just because it's just so strong, as well as Ring of Destruction, in case you need to use that extra push to finish the rest of the life points by getting rid of your own Tyrant Dragon. Because it's possible for you to get out King Dragoon, Tyrant Dragon, potentially attack twice with him and attack once with him, and then if you have so this is just best case scenario, right? You have a Dragon's Rage already set. They would be doing piercing damage, your dragons would be, to your opponents, and if they have a Scapegoat and they didn't know that you had this set, man, they are done for, because 2400 plus 2900 times 2 is well over 8000 with the Dragon's Roar for piercing damage. So that's why we run those here, and I skipped over Jar Greed. I just wanted to get to the maybe set a bait and just get to the combo cards quicker. So that's why I have that in there. So that's why I have these Dragon's Rages in there as well. Not the most competitive deck, obviously, or then it probably would have been ventured into, but I think this would be a fun little deck to play in combination with Tyrant Dragons, just to kind of bring out more of a beat stick, non-targeting kind of deck, or piercing kind of deck to the GOAT format. So hope you guys like this deck. Hope you take some of the stuff that I thought about in this deck to your own decks, and yeah, let me know in the comments what you think can help actually improve the deck. I would love to know more about more cards that I can use to make this a little spicier, you know what I'm saying. So thanks for watching.